Holy smokes, where's all that dust coming from? Better get my window shut here. Good morning and welcome to dusty Winnipeg. Be right back, I gotta look after this. This just came up. They must be doing something right in front of the house here. Okay, they're moving by. I guess they're getting ready to put in the new curbs or something, and they're blowing all the dust and debris out of the forms. That's the only thing I can think of that's going on right now. It's too late to go out there and move my bike out of the way. I've already been out on my bike this morning. Well, that's okay. I can always wipe it off. I'm not smelling anything here in the house except the cabbage soup that I'm making in the pressure cooker. Okay, it's going to be a different day again. Yeah, don't know how much modeling we're going to get done. We got to get all our little parts here for 17, at least the plastic ones, and it should be fairly easy. There's more of those doors again. I guess we'll have to, the piece we're going to be making today, or starting on today, is called, where is it here? FF as in Frank. Yeah, so we'll find out where does FF go. Is it going to be on the far side of the ship, or is it going to be on the close side of the ship? That will depend on, you know, if it's going to be on this side of the ship, then we're going to have these little doors right here. The you know, the 17, 18, 16, 24, 13, 28. They'll probably look like they're partially or all the way open. We'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness. I can't compete with that. Maybe what I should do is close my windows and turn the AC on. I was leaving the AC until the last possible minute because, you know, it costs money to run. We're already up to 20.1 Celsius. And we are ready for you know who. There we go. Yeah, let's get going here and try and get some parts. Well, the noise and everything seems to be moving down, so you know, it's kind of a nuisance to have this going on right now, but we need it done so bad. As most of you know that have watched the motorcycle rides, when I first went out this spring, I had to dodge around the potholes. Okay, let's get our sprues over here. We need the G sprue, the L sprue, the C sprue, the M sprue. And I think we've already got the one piece that was on the F sprue. We got that piece. I think that might be about it. Oh, and the J2. Okay, let's get at her here and try and have a little bit of fun amidst the noise. Okay, we now have all the parts, the plastic parts anyway. Now this one I think we got yesterday. Yeah, that was the F5, and I cleaned it up yesterday, but all these other little pieces here, they have to be cleaned up. And this one I didn't bother writing the number on it because it's obvious that it's this short one right here, or narrow one I guess you call it. But for the photo etch, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of photo etch. And this one here I'm noticing that's going to be sort of a fun one to try and get on all at the same time. We'll manage. I have found that usually trumpeters' parts match up pretty good. We won't be putting the 20 millimeter guns on it. As I've said, 200 times now. We're going to save that to last because they're so fragile. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean these up here now and then we'll see you back when they're done. Oh, all the noise that they were making outside, they've kind of, well, I don't know what it is. Maybe they've gone for coffee. What time is it anyway? No, it's not coffee time yet. Although maybe for them it is. They started really early this morning. In fact, when I left to go out on the bike, I had to sort of zigzag around them. And I was out quite early. Okay, we got that one. And I'm just going to continue on until we're done here. Okay. Should be able to clean this up a little bit here. Got rid of most of it. Now, if the plastic happens to sort of melt into the grit, you're not going to be able to, erase it out with this. All right. Thank you, Eric. We are basically done here now, as near as I can tell. Just get this into the garbage and. Yeah, what's the next thing, or rather, what is the first thing that we have to glue in? I think that we got to decide which ones of the, well, you know what? We got to find out where does this piece go, or FF. Yeah. Okay, if we page ahead here to step 33, we can see that FF is going to go right here on the side of the ship that we're going to be looking at. Because if you remember, the ship is going to be going this way in the case, opposite to the way all the others are. And we're going to be looking at it like this. So that means that these doors, we're going to have to cut some of them down so that they're going to, look like they're partially or all the way open. Because the plan, as I've mentioned, is to be able to look through and see what is on the inside. We might, I don't know if I'm going to be getting any more 1/200 scale aircraft or not. But it would be nice to be able to see in there, because we are going to have LEDs, all being well, lighting up the inside of the hangar bay. At least that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. That's probably half of the fun of doing a kit like this, is you sort of enjoy thinking about what you're possibly going to be able to do. Okay, let's move on here. Yeah, I had to return that stuff to Dynacare. Yeah. Okay, hang on, Missy. Hang on.
And it fit on the motorcycle just fine?
Oh, it went in the pannier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of room. Yeah. Okay.
You want to grab the camera?
Yes, I do. I forgot the camera. For the most important person here. Yeah.
Well, I watched her where we crossed the Coyotes Trail, where I saw it on Donwood, and she stopped and she sniffed that spot all up and down.
Yeah.
And then peed on one side of it to say, "This is my side, that's your side."
No.
The way dogs do.
Isn't that something? Yeah, isn't that something?
I hooked her up to the wrong ring, and she saw a little dog coming down the walk from the bridge, and she got low to the ground in attack mode, and then she lunged, and the leash snapped.
Really?
Oh crap! I put it in the wrong and the ring just extended.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was a friendly dog, and Missy was friendly with it. And then the owner helped me find Missy's dog tags in the grass. So I didn't have to buy them again.
Missy, you almost escaped.
Yes. And she, you worry she'll run into the traffic, but she doesn't usually. She just went over and wanted to say hi to the dog, and then another dog came, and the three of them had a convention. Yeah, it was great. Missy, say goodbye to Uncle Ron.
Goodbye, Missy. Thank you for coming again. You're such a good dog. Bye, Missy. Yeah, it looks like rain out there. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Yeah, it looked like rain out there, and I checked the radar and or the weather, and they said 40% chance of rain for the next few hours. So I had my bike sitting outside, and I was going to go for a spin. I was thinking maybe going to McDonald's for coffee or Tim Hortons or something like that would be kind of fun. And no, I don't want to be out there when the roads are all wet. Okay, now let's continue on here. We have concluded which side this part is going to go on, so let's get ourselves perused back to what step we were in. 17, I think it was, wasn't it? I think it was 17. There we go. Back to 17. Okay. Let's continue on. Actually, you know what? I gotta take a bit of a break here. I've got some cabbage soup in the pressure cooker, and I've got to get that into sealers before it. Well, I like to put it into sealers as soon as the pressure drops, and that way the bacteria, there's less chance of bacteria growing in the sealers if I can them when it's really hot. At least it works for me. Okay, so here's what's happened. I've got my air conditioner running, not because it's hot in here, but because it is so humid. And yet, on the other hand, this is going down now. It says 47%. 10 minutes ago, it said 50 something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are going to have to cut these down so that we can see in through here. And once again, I'm not going to be cutting them down very much because I want to be able to see in pretty good. So yeah, that's going to have to be tomorrow though. I want to give myself a haircut today. I've been putting it off for several days now. And what happens is I think, well, I'll do it a little later and a little later. A little later comes around, I'm too tired to want to do it. So I'm going to try and get it done here. I'm going to call her quits here for this afternoon. I think what we're going to do when it comes to putting these parts on, though, we will put them on before we put on the railing. I think it's actually a small piece of railing has to go on this. This is actually a platform right here that I'm touching, and there's a piece of railing goes around the edge of that. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot easier to do after this module is completely done, and that way there's going to be less chance of me bending the railing while I'm handling the part. you know, like putting the doors on and, you know, so on. We'll do it the same way we did the last module. It seemed to work out pretty good. I'm thinking the railing should go on a little easier because we're not trying to put something that's going to be sort of hidden underneath. Although, okay, we'll be putting the railing on this side. Anyway, we'll worry about that tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.